So that was cool. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Numenera, I quite like this system.
I like it. I love it. As I was saying before, I really, really love the D20s. So you can roll the dice and you get to see what the result is straight away. And yeah, I mean, we've played games that have advantages and disadvantage systems, but you get that with the D20 because you get a 20 and you know it's really good. You've succeeded, but there's some special advantage. 19's like pretty great. You know, 17's a good solid success, and they have degrees of failure.
Yeah, I like the degrees of failure, the 17 to 19 being something a little bit special. I mean, 19's like a minor special event, 20 is a major, which I quite like.
We can incorporate that in a normal...
Yeah. I mean, there will always be a minor or a major on 19 or 20, but yeah. So
and then narrative, you know, we can sometimes a player can add that special success or whatever.
Definitely, yeah.
And you can easily add that into, and we do already do that in normal D20 systems. But what's good about this is you're not adding a plus to this, so you're not hitting a DC which is sort of floating and then adding a bonus. You're actually lowering the DC. So you always know that 19 is going to be a success unless it was obviously an impossible task to begin with.
Yeah. And for first level characters, probably pretty much anything around 12 or less is going to.
Whereas like with a big fighter, you can roll a 2 and it's always going to be a success to hit. Whereas with this, if you roll a 2, you can pretty be sure you've failed.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Your skills drop the difficulty down. Yeah.
Which is, of course, mathematically exactly the same, but
it's still pretty cool.
But it kind of preserves the purity of this die even more because it gives it.
Talking about it with such reverence. The D20.
But no, it does. It makes the 20 a 20 rather than it's like a 35, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
How did you think about the tier system? Like having tiers and then using that as the maths rather than.
I actually found it a lot easier because you're only plussing and minusing 1 or 2 things. And so you just go, so you've got a skill in this and you're going to use your special ability. Okay, I'm dropping it 2 tiers, done. Rather than go, okay, it's 13 plus 14 and then this adds in this and this minus. It's a fairly quick system to kind of get your head around. And I thought I might have trouble with fudging dice, not being able to fudge it because it's in your hands. But I decided I wouldn't tell you the diff on a lot of things because I think there's some control needs to still remain with the GM to be able to be a bit flexible. So I didn't fudge much.
So we rolled
like a couple of times I thought, I think this would be better if this worked.
We rolled a 5.
There was a couple of times where we were certain to die if you didn't.
Yeah. no, there was no times that you were going to die in it, except for the fact that you were inevitably going to die if you didn't do something, and you guys did something. But yeah, like I put so many little things in there just in case, like lots of just in cases in there like that. I don't know if you remember, but there was a python that stuck into the air. And just held there.
Yeah.
So that was another option, and there was a big cloth, and you were talking about parachutes, and I said I'd put a big cloth in there just in case you wanted to, but I thought I'd put lots of options just in case something didn't work. So
hoverboards were cool.
Yeah, makes a good hoverboard.
Was the guy there to save, the one guy, or was that, did you...
Yeah, the guy was there to save or not save if you didn't want to.
So I just thought, maybe there's a guy.
Yeah,
That's cool.
And it fit in with Nathan's story as well, so I thought I'll put something in that fits with Nathan's to personalise the story a little bit. So
it's really good. I like the world. Yeah,
it's a kooky world. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, it's cool,
yeah.
I really look forward to playing it again and getting out of the natural
into a cityscape,
moving from that kind of natural element and then moving that into a very city. I'm guessing the town would be very incredibly different technology, and our wooden things would look very, equally as powerful but very different. And I love that you essentially with the whole like light magic, light weapon, heavy weapon. Essentially, you made us design weapons,
but it makes no difference. Anyway.
But it makes no difference. But you made it personalised for us.
And it doesn't take much to make a weapon, like to invent a weapon out of thin air and have stats for it. The system's so simple.
And also, these artifacts are so come and go. Like, you can use that item and just throw it on the ground, and knowing that you'll probably get something else that'll be slightly different, that'll be a bit of fun to use later on. So, I mean, that's the idea, is that you use these fun things because they're spectacular, they're different, and then you can just throw them away and get some new stuff, or repair it if you really want to. But
how did you like the story focus of it? Because it seems more story focused because the maths is very simple and the weapons are very simple. It's not like D&D seems to be more a focus on pure, like, you get the +4 sword and the weapons, and everything is unique on the weapons end, whereas this is much more simple on that but more story driven. Did you find that? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they try and make it as, I wouldn't say they try and make it as easy as possible for you with the system, because there's still a bit of fiddly mathematics to do, but I mean, I'm not rolling dice at all, so my entire focus is on facilitating the story and the narrative of it. So it does take away from that. Lots of secret dice rolling. Oh, I did roll dice.
You did.
I did roll. Yes, and no.
And secretly.
Yeah.
Mm.
So.
Yeah, but then you were like this. And then just
the reality of the situation in this age, when this game was created, it's very, very difficult to come up with a system that has any kind of unique feel to it. That's not just the same as something else. So, and that's extraordinary that he's managed to achieve this. Congratulations! And
well done, Monty.
Yeah, it's really great.
I think that the idea of having stats that are your hit points in a sense is
love
actually
that.
the unique bit of this game. Because it does have that feel of as you weaken, you can't do as much, and I mean the downside being you can't do as much. So as you get weaker, the enemy remains strong.
Buffing our things,
which is maybe
and we also took hits, which is very unusual to just say I'll just take it. You don't use that in any other system where you go I'll just take the hit. And hope you absorb it. That's a very unusual thing to do.
Yeah, I like that.
My character is just weird.
Because one of the exciting things about
wouldn't do it.
One of the exciting things about D20 is that you see your hit points missing, going and going and going and going, and you get 3 different things going and going and going with this, which is cool. So you're like, I'm feeling weak and my speed's getting slower. It's like.
And then you get hit with 2 different types of attacks. So you've got intellect attacks and what's the might attacks at the same time. So you can't necessarily gauge which one's going to lose first.
So you're not going to have a tank, like you know what I mean? Like in D&D, you have the tank who just takes the damage, whereas this,
your nanos may be your tank against intellect.
I think you were the most stacked in any stack because you had 17 and intellect.
Same here.
I mean, now it's very, very, very easy to make all the players roll everything in D20 as well. Should we try that sometime? Because you just turn the roll upside down. It's very easy to make a defense roll mathematically.
Yeah, I mean, it's a curious one why he decided to do that. I mean, he must have thought that it does free up the GM.
I mean, 4th edition did that with rather than make the monsters do will saves, you attack their will. So all the saving throws are opposite, in fact. So
I actually think a system has its own atmosphere, and that this system it's one of its unique things that keeps it unique, and that like Pathfinder and other systems have their own unique style that gives it their own unique. So sometimes I'm hesitant to be able to put something.
But it's interesting because when you're rolling for the monster, you're still rolling yourself. So if you roll a 19 as the monster, you successfully avoided the hit as opposed to the monster rolling.
That's why you've got to turn the maths upside down.
Which is a really crazy system, but it kind of works. I like it.
Cool.
Awesome.
We like. Dice Stormer's approval.
Yay! Thanks everyone for sticking around for this long.
Yay!
Bye.